Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome today.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something.
Like dick piercing?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
I'll just kill some random dude.
His wishes.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
In 10 years, my kid's going to be 9, and if he's anything like me, he's going to need braces for his legs, because his dick's so big.
And on the other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
I didn't come in your burrito. I wouldn't do that to you.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, no, I don't know how to fucking drive. I don't know what any of this shit is, and I'm fucking scared. Welcome to Plotty Time.
Nice.
Yeah, we don't have anything for the correction crevice.
Fuck, yeah.
That's
'Cause
all
we
I
did
got.
it all during the episode last week.
But like I said in the mini-sode 3 days ago, the mini-sodes are taking a break. We'll keep doing other content. That'll be fun.
There were mini-sodes?
You just don't even know, man.
Just stay subscribed. It'll be great.
We just
We'll
cut
work
our
on it.
downloads in half.
We sure did. But all right, so let's go ahead. We'll move right into what are you playing, watching, doing. Dr. Syintist, what's going on with you?
Well, I'm moving. But I've done other stuff.
Cool.
Okay.
You're out there on the streets, like moving. Is that what you're saying?
Moving and shaking.
Yeah.
I started this game called Other Side.
Just gonna blow through that. Okay, so what's other side like?
He's just going to blow through those.
Yeah, what is other
It's
side?
like a strategy, role-playing type, rogue-like game. It's kind of horror-based, but
Oh, smorgasbord.
yeah.
Sounds like it has a lot going on there.
Not really. You just control people on a board and move them around, turn-based.
It's like chess.
No.
Like XCOM?
Sort of like XCOM, yeah.
Oh.
The enemies are
Look
like
at me knowing stuff.
Yeah, killing it.
Cthulhu,
Crush
like
it.
monsters and stuff.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
And if you die, you're dead permanently. Well, you can get resurrection.
Well, you have to buy the game again.
Yeah.
Was it like a thing where that would suck, dude? If you died, you had to buy more lives. The arcade model was fine with it, apparently.
Yeah, right?
You laughed like it was something stupid he said.
I know.
Oh, it came to me as I was saying it. Isn't it crazy that in the arcade we just did that all the time, just threw quarters in, and if we were asked to do that at home, we'd lose our shit.
Well, who's going to come around and collect the quarters
Yeah.
from people's houses?
That's what they have credit card for. They'll just ding you.
It's just
They'll
a
ding ya.
pneumatic tube.
Man,
that
could
brings
you
them-
imagine if you had to pay 25 cents each time you died to resurrect on your credit card? You wouldn't even think of it, and you'd wake up like $250 less.
It's like, how drunk was I? I couldn't fucking beat 2
I
levels.
died 1,000 times?
Oh, then that's when the platinums would really mean a lot when you got that platinum for Dark Souls.
Hell yeah.
So he spent $3,000 on that game.
And I started watching before I fall asleep The Expanse again to start over because I kind of forgot where it was.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
So I've been told.
I've already watched the first 2 or 3 seasons. I just got to rewatch them.
So are you just getting into it, or have you watched it for a while?
I just started again.
Okay. But didn't they just air season 5?
Yeah, I watched the first 3 seasons when they came out, and then I didn't watch any.
Gotcha.
I got
Okay.
it. I got it.
Took me a second. I got there.
Mhm.
I went to see Black Widow.
Oh, yeah? Did you get popcorn?
Yep.
Nice.
Did you get a soda?
The
Soda?
bar was closed, though.
You just fucking call it a pop?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, no. What am I, an asshole?
Yeah?
No. See,
Let's take a vote to him off the podcast.
if you guys listen to the recording that comes out, I'm not going to say it in there. That's for sure.
Yeah, listen to the re-edit I just did.
Poppascotch is what he said.
Did you buy a Poppascotch when you were there? Or maybe a Snickers? I'm absolutely editing that in. Anyway, how was Black Widow?
It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. I mean, it wasn't Avengers Infinity War awesome, but it was good to go to a movie theater and see a Marvel movie.
I bet it would have been better a year ago.
It would have been totally different, that's for sure.
You would have blew your mind.
Probably.
But where do you rank it on the Marvel movies? Not like specifically what'd you number it, but what is it better than Ant-Man? Is it better than Guardians of the Galaxy?
You don't want me to rank it, and then you want me to rank it in other movies.
Is it better than Green Lantern?
Yes.
Well, that's
all right.
That was an easy
Let's
one.
just say mid-tier.
Mid-tier? Okay.
So it sounds like you gave it like a 60% on a Marvel scale.
Well, no, it would be like a 97.
On a Marvel scale.
Oh.
All right, we're getting too much into this.
It's pretty good.
You can watch it right now on Disney Plus if you want to pay $20 to rent it.
Yeah, I just paid $15 to go see it in a movie theater, so who's the loser then?
Is there a lot of people there?
Yeah, it was packed.
Where'd you go?
The AMC with the reclining seats, and
Nice.
where else would I go?
Oh, yeah,
Nice
I guess you
move.
can't go to Lehighton.
Yeah, that's close.
Have you guys ever been to the movie tavern out there?
No.
I think it's in Allentown, Bethlehem, somewhere out there.
In Bethlehem, yeah, I've heard of it. I've never been to it. Is that the way you could order
Well, I mean,
food
at
and
the
shit?
AMC, and you could buy food and beer and stuff, but they were closed at 3:30 in the afternoon.
That's fair.
Fucking scumbags.
That's fucking happy hour, man.
I'm trying to get tanked here watching a reissue of A Bug's Life. What am I supposed to watch my kids sober? Get out of here. It's 3 in the afternoon.
And I rewatched Tropic Thunder because it was
All right.
suggested for me. And
That's
I was
fair.
thinking,
That's a fun one to revisit every couple of years.
yeah, it's fantastic. You forget how good it is.
I remember I saw it in the theater with our mutual friend, Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like are you gonna cut that out and put something else, another name over that because you
Yeah,
paused
I was
before?
going to say our mutual friend. Snickers.
Yeah.
Maybe I will. Our mutual friend, Dr. Snickers. He's got his
Dr.
PhD
Snickers.
now. But I remember seeing it in the theater. Was it 07?
Could be.
It's been out a while.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Might even be older than that.
The last 20 years are all a blur.
Yeah, what are we're supposed to remember every single thing that happened?
Yeah, seriously. What became before what? I don't know.
It was 2008 because we're not putting shit in the crevice.
All right, good catch.
Should we just eliminate the crevice from now on?
No, we can't get rid of everything once fell swoop.
Yeah, we got to ease them off. Like the fans are like drug addicts. You can't just take away segments now.
Wait till I tell them there's no slapper this week.
No, don't break their hearts. Not this week. Christ, that'd be a bummer. Anyway,
that's all I did. What about you, Poppascotch? What did you do?
well, thanks for asking. This is gonna surprise you, but I played zombies.
Oh, wow.
I played very little bit of the show, like not even enough to mention.
But he did anyway.
Yeah, you did anyway.
I mentioned it anyway. I finally got my melee skill up to level 5, Search Chump Slap. So now I can.
Did you
get
notice
health
the
back.
life gain?
Can you punch enemies' heads off yet?
In the first
No.
level.
Oh,
If you have the sword, you're Pack-a-Punch 3, I think so.
that's not a punch then.
You could punch with a sword.
I don't know, because you can punch people with your mitts.
Yeah, it's a lot
There's
weaker,
got to be a
though.
way. There's got to be a way. Anyway, so yeah, I played zombies. Got my melee up to level 5 and my toxic whatever.
Nice.
That field upgrade.
Oh, the toxic whatever.
The Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, Toxic Avenger comes out.
Mhm.
Starts wasting zombies. More importantly than all that, though, I watched The Fast and the Furious and Too Fast, Too Furious.
Oh, you didn't watch 9? You building up?
I'm building up. I'm going through them all because I don't think I've seen any since Too Fast, Too Furious.
My God, get on the fucking train.
I haven't seen a single one yet.
I
Well,
haven't
I
even
don't
seen Tokyo Drift.
I don't expect you to see any Syintist.
Thank God.
But you're going to love Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, can't wait. Man, people really love those movies. I just don't get it. But I'm trying to learn.
I
trying to
like
learn. I shouldn't say I don't get it. I haven't watched any of them.
Yeah, seriously.
I did like in the second one when Tyrese took off his shirt, wrapped it around his knuckles, and then punched a goddamn car window open.
Yeah,
that
man.
that was a fun time.
You think that's... Oh, just wait.
That's the most unrealistic thing so far.
The only thing I know about them is that the one time when The Rock says something about Ludacris having a big head or whatever, that wasn't scripted. That's the only thing I know about the movies.
Nice. I'm going to have to go back and find that quote.
There you go. Perfect. Also watched 2 real stinkers of movies.
Oh, yeah?
Have you guys ever seen the movie Wounds with
No.
Armie Hammer and Dakota Johnson
Those are made up names.
from 2017? It was not good. It was a bummer. It was about a guy who's a bartender in New Orleans. These creepy vampire children come into the bar and like lie about their age, and the guy's like, whatever, they can drink.
They're vampire children.
I assume they're vampire children. This is one of those movies that they set up like 9 things in the beginning, like the first half hour of the movie, and you're like, ooh, which direction we're taking? This is going to be interesting. Yeah. And then they don't go to any of those. They go to the boring one.
Oh, nice.
So it wasn't good. Don't watch it. It was pretty bad. And I think allegedly Armie Hammer's out there eating people or saying he's going to eat people. Something's going on with that guy.
Yeah, so, we don't kink shame here. He's allowed to sex however he wants.
I think we should take a non-eat other people stance, though.
Well, if he does it. If it's 2 consenting adults, who am I to say what they do?
Fair enough. Fair enough. I guess that's fine. And then I also watched Apartment 143.
It's a good one.
Didn't you talk about that at one point, Dr. Syintist?
Yeah, it has Spanish from...
Yes.
And Ben from Reaper.
It was fine.
Yeah, it was okay.
There's so many apartment number movies or room number movies.
Yeah, room number X or apartment number whatever. It was a ghost investigation gone wrong. Or gone right, I guess. I don't know how.
Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, you're right. And then I also watched I Think You Should Leave Season 2, which was great.
Yeah, obviously. Still don't think it's better than the first season.
I do rescind my text. I don't think it's better than the first season, but I think it's still very good.
Yeah. I just rewatched the first season. I'm like, this is fucking so good.
It's good front to back.
Yeah.
Not that Season 2 didn't have its moments, but it was a lot sadder. It was less wacky and zany.
Yeah, they didn't, like, overact like in the first season, you know what I mean?
Like that dude who hit the honk if you're horny bumper sticker and just kept... Yeah, it didn't get that nuts.
Exactly.
Except for when he was choking on that hot dog and like fighting people off in the boardroom. That was a good time.
Yeah, that was all right.
But how about you, Sir Chump Slap? Your turn. What are you playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you?
Shit, I don't think I played anything this week. Too busy trying to put together Magic decks. You know how it is.
Only so much time in the world, man.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
What's a modern?
Modern is
Are you saying mother?
I'm saying modern.
Oh.
Like,
I thought, okay.
Not retro. Modern.
Got it. I figured it out eventually.
All right. But I did watch I Think You Should Leave Season 2 and 1. I also watched Detroiters because you were talking about it last week.
But I think I was talking about it because you had just watched it. So did you just watch it twice in like 2 months?
No. I don't know where I watched it before, but I had to sign up for Paramount Plus to watch it this time.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, I know. Because apparently I signed up previously, so I had to pay $5 this month. Pieces of shit.
Goddamn blood-sucking jackals.
You better believe I fucking canceled that right away.
Dude, I have it. You could just use mine.
Oh, now he says it.
I wouldn't let you use it anyway.
Yeah, no shit.
I use it because it has all Star Treks on it.
Oh, yeah, it does.
And Steelers games.
I just knew there was Detroiters, so that's why I looked. But I guess it has all the fucking Comedy Central and shit. But I also finished Attack on Titan. I don't know, man. You guys got to watch this show. It's fucking badass.
I'm not gonna.
Well, you don't have to, but I mean, you should.
You got to watch it. Well, you don't have to, I guess.
Well, I can't force you to watch it, but it's damn good. But now I have to wait for the second half of Season 4 to finish, which is nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Do they do that a lot with the anime shows? They're like, the next season will be coming, and it's like, when?
Fuck if I know, man.
We don't know.
I never watched.
You watch more anime than he does.
Yeah, I've watched like
Cowboy
Bebop and this.
Yeah.
That's more than I've watched.
Yeah. There we go. I'm the anime expert here now.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect.
Take that. I also watched this movie called Blackout. You guys see this?
Sounds familiar.
It's like, I don't know. It's these two couples that graduate high school, and they were like wandering around the woods around this fucking little town, and the power goes out all around the world, and people just lose their shit in like 6 days.
Interesting.
There's like gangs that just like form and kill people and steal their fucking food and stuff.
Is it any good?
Not really. It doesn't make any sense. Because like I said, it was only 6 days. Like in the spoiler, the lights come back at the end of the movie. It's like, how long was this? What the fuck? And there's like tens of people dead. It's funny. I don't know.
Hilarious.
Well, if you like watching people die,
then it's for you? Is that what you're saying?
No, because there wasn't even that many deaths. No, don't watch it. Don't watch it. It's
okay.
It's a waste. And if you think it's good, I don't know. Then you're on the wrong side of history here, buddy.
You tell him. Get him.
Yeah.
Get him.
But you think that was dumb? You should have watched Slain Deer, Buck to the Future.
My God.
Wait, slain deer what?
Buck to the Future.
Like buck as in buck wild?
Buck as in like a male deer. Yeah. Slain deer.
All right, what's that about? Sure.
It's about this this girl witnesses her brother getting killed. And she's like, it was a reindeer dude. It was just some guy dressed in reindeer costume.
Was it a grandma getting run over?
No, it was her brother getting smashed in the head with a baseball bat.
Whoa.
That's not a fun
And then
song.
it's just really bad. And it looks like people made it as like a high school project.
Oh, those always go great.
And then they find a time machine, yada yada. It's pretty bad. Don't bother. But
okay,
let's get right into, well, not right into. Let's get into the slapper of the week.
Gaia. Didn't this just come out? Is this a newer one?
It's
Is it GUI-A?
No, this isn't like boner juice.
It's about the Mother Nature spirit murdering teenagers at a sleepaway camp.
I'll say it's a banker who goes on a trip with his bros to a Bahama island where they come across octopus sharks. Sharktopusses, if you will.
I will.
No, I don't know. It's about this guy and his kid. They live in the woods. And
oh, Gaia. I get. Okay.
yeah, the woods are like Gaia itself wants to expand, and it releases like these mushroom spores, and if you breathe them in, you become a clicker from fucking The Last of Us.
Sexy.
Interesting.
You turn into like this mushroom person and go around trying to, like, it's exactly a clicker. If they can't see you if you're quiet, they fucking walk right by you and shit.
So what, did they just write a script for The Last of Us and didn't sell it? So like, yeah, we'll name it something else.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe it's just like where the Last of Us virus comes from. I don't know, but you find out this guy and his kid, the wife dies. He puts her inside a tree, and then she becomes like one with the fucking nature and stuff. And, yeah, he sacrifices shit to her.
Bullshit.
It sounds less sexy when you describe it that way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Only if I found it sexy.
It's not even that slappy. It's just very strange and cool looking. So, it's a bunch of mushrooms. This guy dies, and he's covered in mushrooms within like a day. It's pretty neat. So check it out. Gaia.
And that's Gaia. That's your slapper of the week. Let's go ahead and move on to our favorite segment of every week, which is video game news / duh.
Bob Iran.
Oh, I thought we were doing it. All right, well, I guess fuck me. I'll go into the video game news. So, you guys remember the game Deathloop? That's coming this September after 2 different delays due to COVID, but they won't say it's like due to COVID.
Yeah.
So they've confirmed that it's a 12-month PlayStation exclusive, and it will not be on any other consoles until September 14th, 2022.
So take that, other consoles.
Which is interesting because Microsoft currently owns ZeniMax, which is the owner of Arcane, who is developing and publishing the game. Who signed that exclusive? Who are now owned by Microsoft.
They own them with the caveat that
they got to go by the contracts
previous shit still works.
It's like, you already signed this. You put pen to paper, so...
You should have came out with it a year ago.
So what you're saying is they're going to make it suck.
They're going to make it suck, and then it's going to come out a year later and be good.
There won't be a patch for a year.
I just hope the game doesn't suck. They're hyping it a bit. And after, Cyberpunk 2077,
Your favorite
I don't
game
know
of
if
the
I'll
year?
ever fully recover.
It might be. I might have to play it just to get it in under the wire.
You'd still be only at 2 games.
I know.
Oh, Christ. But yeah, that's the Deathloop news. They just confirmed that now. Another one we report on every once in a while, the record for the most expensive video game has been beaten again.
Oh, snap. Let me guess. Link. Adventures of Link. Isn't that the gold
It was
one?
actually The Legend of Zelda.
Damn it. I was so close.
You were.
Sold for $870,000 at auction.
What was so great about this one?
It's a very rare variant that instead of having the NES TM on it, it has NES Rev A. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a pristine pre-production
It
copy.
actually
basically.
existed.
No.
I know, right?
way.
You should read the blurb on the Heritage Auction site. It makes it sound like
Get
it's
right
the most
on it.
luxurious thing that ever existed. I mean,
Nice.
I collect Sega games, I collect stuff, but I can't imagine spending what is the equivalent of a huge fucking house on one game.
Yeah.
It's because you're not baller.
How much was it? 800.
870,000.
That's insanity, dude. You could buy a couple fucking Black Lotuses for that.
How many
or a
goddamn
house.
Priuses could you buy?
How many what?
You could buy at least 16 Priuses. With
What would you do with them?
Sell it back at a loss.
You guys remember the list we had of the dude who owned the most Priuses at one time in America? Now it's 0. He sold them all back at a loss. Oh, that'd be great. You try to sell them back when they're still in the lot. Like, how am I taking a hit on this? They haven't left the fucking lot yet. All right. More importantly, a new RoboCop video game is coming out.
Oh, thank God.
I know we were all begging for this. It's set for release in 2023. It's called RoboCop Rogue City. Will be developed by Teon and released for console and PC. Not much about it. It just was a neat little blurb that said the last RoboCop game was released in 2003. And apparently, there were 5 different RoboCop games.
Get the
That's about
fuck out
5
of
too
here.
many.
That's what I said. 5 after the first NES one that I'm the only person in the whole fucking world loved. And I get it's bad. I know it's bad.
That's what makes it good.
But I still love it. And then we got one little tiny sort of piece of rumors and speculation.
Yeah, rumors and speculation.
Ooh.
Supposedly, there was a rumor that came out that Warner Brothers and the Warner Brothers Discovery merger is going to lead into them selling NetherRealm's games, which are the people who make the new Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
There had been a
Sexy.
response from Warner Games that said this is not true, this is not what we're doing, but isn't that exactly what they would say?
Yeah, I hope they put the Animaniacs in the next one.
Never see it coming.
It's Warner Brothers, right?
Yeah.
Now, important question: are they own their individual fighter, or did they all
they fight as
rework
one.
as a team?
Yeah,
Okay.
they like come together as a fucking
They start in a trench coat when the 3 of them standing on top of each other.
beautiful. I love
Perfect. What Yakko, Wacko, and Dot? Is that what they were?
it. Yeah, actually.
Why do I remember that?
What? Like you don't watch it every day? There's
No.
still new ones.
They were
Longest
children that lived in a water tower. Who was watching
Their children?
That's the only reason I knew it was WB because of the water tower.
Yeah.
them? Good point. You didn't forget that part, did you?
No.
All right, but that does it for video game news / stuff.
Boom, 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 boom.
Bam, 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 bam.
So how about we get into the game this time?
Lettuce.
Well, this week we are playing the game that asks the question: can you high kick bird hybrid monsters to death?
Were they birds?
Who knows? They also turn into bubbles when they die.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty neat.
I thought of it more as like swamp gas.
Yes, you can kick them to death. This game we're talking about this week is the original OG Alone in the Dark. Okay. It was the most substantiated. I have an unsubstantiated release date. Everything I looked at just said 1992. So I'm going with one source that said June 1st, 1992. The reason I care so much is because we got to pick the number 1 song. I got to tell you what that is.
Hell yeah, you do.
Oh, so you just picked the song you liked, huh?
You could have picked Song of the Year.
Well, you tell me if it's a song I like,
Boyz
because
II
the
Men.
number one song on June 1st, 1992, "Jump" by Chris Cross.
Fuck yeah, you liked it.
You still sing it to this day. Before
You still
we
wear
start
your
every
pants
episode.
backwards.
Are you guys talking to me? Because obviously, I assumed everyone did this.
I'm gonna
Number
start.
one movie, Wayne's World.
My God,
It was
92.
a simpler time.
Summer of 92, bro. That was, we didn't know how good we had it, you know?
For real.
The average pack of cigarettes was $1.84.
That's why I got hooked.
Yeah, you were 10.
It was released for MS-DOS, developed by Infogrames, and published by Interplay. It is a single-player survival horror game written by Hubert Chardot and Frank Manzetti.
Regarded as the first survival horror game, right?
And it's definitely up there.
Yeah, it's gotta be close.
Non-text-based, maybe?
Yeah.
It was picked by you, Dr. Syintist. So how about you give us a little intro? Tell us what this game's all about.
Well, you can play as one of two people. Ed Carney, Arnold Carnby, and Emily Hartwood. And it's set in 1924, the good old roaring 20s.
It's a
Times
good
were
time.
simpler then.
Yeah. Not as simple as
Were they?
92. But... And a guy named Jeremy Hartwood is found suicided in his house.
He sure was.
And, well, Emily is his niece. And
Yes.
if you play as her, you're going... He always said, hey, there's always money in the piano.
That's why you picked this game. It's all coming together.
Yeah, I get it.
So you go to do that. And then if you play as Edward, someone pays you to go get the piano. I guess it's some kind of collector of old pianos. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really expensive, and people like that antique shit with the
Yeah.
drawers in it.
I don't know how the hell you get it up to the fucking third floor, but whatever.
It's not even a player piano. Like,
No.
what are we doing?
Yeah.
Right?
But it's got drawers in it.
When I build my Resident Evil house, you guarantee there's going to be a piano with drawers in it.
Fuck yeah.
Is it going to be like a player one and we have to find the sheet music somewhere?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay. I don't want to push you in a direction.
You might have to
You
learn how to play for Elise.
know? Ooh, okay.
Shoots poison darts if you fuck up.
Nah, not poison.
Poppascotch has been trying to tour the house for 2 months. He can't figure out the fucking puzzle. Asshole.
I just want to go to the bathroom.
He's seen like 80% of the house. He's doing pretty good, but you know,
He can't unlock the bathroom.
I thought 6 weeks max. Here we are.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking awesome. Please hit the lottery, Dr. Simon.
I know,
I
that'd be
need
so
to see
great.
this. And then you're going to be like, no, I'm going to invest in oil futures.
Oh, I
Like,
want to have a
dude,
future myself.
You changed, sir.
I would never win as little money that I couldn't do both.
All right, so when you play as the woman, do you die right away?
No. It was just the way.
That was just the video
Yeah.
I saw. Okay, just to show you could play.
what
with
happens
her.
when you die. I showed you. We'll get to that.
Yeah, all right.
But Jeremy Hartwood, who is now suicided, unlived, lived at a place called Derceto in Louisiana.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's just this mysterious haunted place, blah, 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 lots of things. Anyway, you get there, you go into the front door, and it kind of just closes behind you.
Oh
What?
no!
What?
Is that what your house is going to do?
Yeah. How else are you going to make people solve the puzzles when you can just go pee outside?
True.
Anyway, you walk around, there's all kinds of books and stuff laying around. You finally get up to the third floor where the piano is, which is fucking ridiculous.
What's ridiculous?
Getting the piano up to the third floor.
Oh, I was like, just getting there?
No, you kind of just walk there.
Okay.
So you're having a problem with the piano being on the third floor?
Yeah.
I mean, it does seem improbable, but
Dude, no.
rich people, they
You've
got
never seen how
levers and...
they put a rope around it and they just hoist it up there. I've seen cartoons.
Oh, like in jolly old London town.
Yeah.
They all have those fucking cranes or whatever, and they bring it in through the windows.
Yeah. That's how they do it.
Duh. I'm
So
sorry.
you get to the piano and you open it up and there's like a letter, I guess a suicide note
Pretty much.
from Jeremy Hartwood that said something about freeing hellish forces and stuff. And he's like, oh, I got to stop it. And then I guess that's the reason he committed suicide.
Yep. I got to save my soul by killing myself.
Yeah. Which doesn't seem reasonable, but whatever.
Well, you don't know about forces.
We're soul doctors.
Don't tell me I don't know about soul doctors.
You're right. That was way out of line.
And after you read the letter, everything goes to shit. Then Steph starts attacking you throughout the house if you walk around.
Yeah.
If you ever get killed by one of these bird dogs or whatever they are,
That's what I have.
I have
written,
no
bird
fucking
dog.
idea what they are.
it's hard to tell because it's pretty polygonal, but or polygonal if you want to put the.
I was going to say they're having sex with multiple people.
Those birds get weird. That's why they're fighting for their way of life.
Yeah.
Because it's awesome.
But if you do die, the bird dogs like drag you to an altar and sacrifice, and then bad stuff happens. It's kind of the end of the game. I don't know if there's checkpoint system. There obviously isn't a checkpoint system, but I don't know if you can save wherever you want or not.
I'm pretty sure I read that you could because the combat was so clunky.
Oh no, it looked great.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Well, I do remember hearing in a review that you could save whenever you wanted.
Yeah, but you know it's one of those games where you're like, fuck, I haven't saved in hours.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I would save whenever I wanted. I would definitely forget and be like, fuck.
So basically, this is going to be a quick game to talk about because from here, after you get the suicide note, you basically just explore the house, coming across various texts of what happened and what happened here,
Yeah.
and doing point and click survival horror stuff.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the game.
There's Nightcrawler looking enemies.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of. Well, I wouldn't say all kinds.
Yeah.
There's about 4, but we'll just go over the stuff you find. First, you find. I don't know if it's first. I don't know if you have to find them in this order.
Oh, I just want to say, Carnby, the reptile, the private eye.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh man, the bank's after me, and someone offered me $150 to do this. It's like banks don't like it when you get out of their debt or some shit like that.
Well,
But I guess it
$150
was,
is 1924
yeah,
money.
I didn't realize it was 24.
That's probably like $250 now.
I just thought it was interesting. I like the dichotomy of having the two characters where one is her niece, and she's like, no, I remember my Uncle Jeremy. I remember he kept reminding me to check the piano and look in the piano, and I love him, and there's no way he did this. There's definitely a suicide. And then you get to the other guy, Carnby, and he's like, I'm a fucking PI, whatever pays the bill. Some assholes sending me in to get a piano. This is going to be the easiest job ever. Fuck that family.
Yeah.
Click.
Who hires a private eye to get a piano?
I assumed that would pay off. Like at some point later on, it would be like an evil force that's like, ha, I tricked you into coming here.
Yeah, yeah.
And retrieving it for me. And then it just doesn't
It's unwritten.
happen. It's unwritten. It's in the novella that came with it.
One of the first things you come across in the game is Jeremy Hartwood's diary. And as you read through it, he talks about having like weird dreams of stone circles and stuff. Stuff I always like when I move to places.
Yeah, I usually put a stone pentacle in my backyard.
Yeah. And he talks about reading the occult books because I guess they came with the house.
And what else is he doing?
Yeah. And it's a long diary, and you can tell he's slowly going mad.
I just want to say thank God somebody else read it for me.
Well, it was voiced over.
Yeah, it's good.
And he talks about his dreams of seeing a dark man, which
Sounds
when at first
racist.
it sounded racist, very racist the first time he said it.
They are in Louisiana.
Sure
Yeah.
Mm.
And from now on, I'll refer to him as the DM.
The Dungeon Master.
Dungeon
So,
Master.
So Jeremy starts trying to find a way to expel the dark man from Derceto.
Oh my God, it is all about racism, isn't it?
No, I think it's just survival horror.
Oh, okay. I thought there was something deeper.
And then he goes on, tries a couple things, and no matter what he does, he can't stop the guy. And then he talks about finding a cave. Finds a dead guy with bit off his own tongue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, choked to death biting off his own tongue and blah, blah, blah. And dreams of the dark man in caves and some cryptic stuff about he seeks a body, which is always what you want to hear in survival horror games.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got to assume that we played so many of these games. It's like, oh, they mean me. They're going to use my body. I'm going to be the dead one now.
Well, in 1992, you might not have known.
Fair enough.
Oh, those were simpler times.
They're like, what, are they going to make me call someone in?
So you do some various puzzles and stuff, and you come across another book, like other books about some New England folklore, which I didn't write much about because I thought they had nothing to do with the game at first, and I didn't feel like going back and watching it.
Well,
But it's just about New English, like mysteries and.
Yeah, it totally confused me because it made me think the whole game was in New England. I was like, wait, where is this?
I know I was confused too for a little bit, but then it all made sense.
But then it just talks about how you could see the stars so clearly from this place.
Then there's books about rituals and what are they called?
I don't know.
I'll just say signs.
Oh, yeah.
Sigils.
Sigils. That's it.
Ah, I got it.
Yeah.
I got there.
Rituals and sigils.
And there's other books about New England stuff and blah, blah, blah. And you eventually come across the book of Ezekiel Prext. I don't remember. Prext.
Yeah, I had problems with that
pirate.
too.
Yeah.
I think it's Prext. Yeah.
And it's a book about the trial he was at, and he's a bad dude, I guess.
Well, he is a pirate.
Well, that doesn't mean you're a bad dude.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Doesn't
Smart
it?
Money's on. He's a piece of shit.
Did you ever watch Once Upon a Time or
No.
Yeah, but
Pirates of the Caribbean?
Okay, fine.
Terrible
We
dudes.
won't assume that the pirate's a bad dude.
Okay. But this guy is a bad dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does say, and I quote, "I am guided by the devil."
Yeah. I mean, he was,
That doesn't make you bad. Your actions make you bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you ever see?
Yeah, but who's like, "I am guided by the devil," then goes to their fucking shift at the soup kitchen? Like, how do you think this works?
Mary Mallon?
Married Malin?
No, Mary Mallon.
You know, the deaf actress?
No, fucking Typhoid Mary.
Oh.
Oh,
Not Mary Matt.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see, she was guided by the devil.
Typhoid Mary, listen, all we need you to do, you're allowed out of jail. Just don't go back to making food for rich people. That's the
Okay.
only thing you have to not do. Yeah, no problem. 2 weeks later, guess who's making food for rich people?
Yeah, you don't think the devil had something to do with that?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not
anyway,
saying he
this is a
did or
bad
didn't.
pirate. It's a trial for him. I guess he did some bad stuff. But they tell a story of him and going into the New England woods and stories of black magic. And he apparently makes a deal with the devil. And he starts plundering like pirates do and gaining riches and stuff and killing a bunch of people. And
I just want to point out in one of these stories they talk about Chuck the Gizzard Slitter.
yeah, that's a great name. Was he kill chickens?
It's so good. But he talked too much, so he got killed.
Yeah.
The names kind of threw me a couple times just because the guy who's like born in the late 1800s, I know Jeremy's a biblical name.
Yeah.
Like, it's been around forever. But whenever I hear Jeremy, I'm like, fuck, really? I think that was made by a 90s skateboarder. So when the guy's name was Jeremy Hartwood, I was like, that's not a real name.
And then you hear
That's not old-timey enough.
names like Prext.
Yeah, Ezekiel.
Yeah.
But he's from the 1600s or something, isn't he?
Is
Maybe not.
Prext a reference to something?
I don't know. He might be a real person
Who knows?
in folklore. I don't know how much of this is real, but like,
I'm sure none of it is. But
I assumed most of it was real.
yeah. I mean, like, there's real books.
I mean, it's based on Cthulhu and
yeah, all this
Poe shit.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
anyway, there's also in the last part of the trial story, it's Ezekiel Prext walks into the woods and with a bunch of people, and he comes back alone, and he's like, "Hey, you can just take my boat. I don't need it anymore. I found a treasure better than gold."
Oh my God! Yeah, he's like, I quit pirating.
That's a baller line if I've ever heard one.
I found a treasure better than gold.
Dude,
It works on
imagine
all the
walking out of your
ladies.
house,
Huh.
throwing your fucking keys with your car key on it to the next person that walks by. Go ahead. I don't need this house and car bullshit. I got something way better than gold.
Yeah,
What is
Dude, it's a
it?
panty dropper line.
You'd call the cops.
You call
You'd
the
call the
cops.
fucking cops. That guy murdered someone just now. He's escaping. Call somebody.
What is it? Platinum? Diamonds?
It's the thrill of the kill. Oh, Jesus. Someone call the cops. Someone needs to check this guy's basement.
Yeah.
But I did I read that that Prext is the guy that built this house?
I believe he did. Yes, he eventually gets to Louisiana and builds it.
I didn't know how they got from that to, you know what I mean?
I don't think he, as Prext, built it, did he?
Oh, maybe. Who knows?
Somebody else built it.
But your spoiler alert
Yeah, I'm sorry.
for a
We'll be
podcast
there
about
in
the story.
5 minutes.
Yeah, sorry.
And you do some more puzzle solving and stuff, and you find a hidden room in the library.
Find some keys.
Yeah, well, you always find keys in survival horror games. That's the whole game is finding keys.
I'm going to have a room full of keys in my mansion.
Oh, so yeah, there's gonna be thousands of them on the wall and little hooks, and then like 6 locks.
Yep.
So you got to try each key on all.
There's
of
a way
them.
to figure it out. But
Yeah. Oh yeah. There'll be clues if you turn the lights off and have a black light.
Nice.
The black light will be in the locker where you.
Well,
put
now
your
I just
coat.
told him, so I got to come up with something else.
You need one of those semen lights. Because there's semen on the keys.
All of them will be
No.
covered in semen.
Damn it!
It's just the wall of keys, and you have to pick the right one.
Yeah.
But the one that is there is just littered with semen.
This is the key of a carpenter.
And then
Nice.
Yeah, the wooden key will be the one that works. See if
you
you
have
remember that when I build my
chosen
house.
I like it.
wisely. Oh, I said that at a party once, and our friend Aaron almost threw up. He was laughing so hard.
Same friend, Aaron?
Yeah, the same one. I've only got the one. Right. So, like, we were all criticizing someone's choice, and then I said, "You have chosen poorly." And then,
The coolest thing I ever said at a party is when we were playing Flip Cup, and after my team won, I just said his name was Robert Paulson, and then my whole team started chanting it with me.
Jesus.
Anyway,
All right.
you find books on Cthulhu shit and sacrifices and ceremonies and summonings and blah, blah, blah. There's
And
lots of books here.
The transcript of
Yeah.
Hubertus.
stuff
And the
like that.
Necronomicon, I think you stumble upon here.
You might.
Mm-hmm.
And you eventually come to a book that's about Elijah Pickford.
Ah, this is the man who built this
Yes.
place.
But it also describes like the Union soldiers during the Civil War coming on Derceto. And they're like, oh, Elijah's nice to them in the Southern hospitality way. And then weird stuff starts happening, and they eventually just, get rid of Elijah. And like, hey, we saved the Union. Now we're going to save the world.
Oh, sick.
I
pretty
believe that
badass.
was in there. Yeah.
Did Kevin Costner say that in The Patriot? Wait, which was the one where he was a mailman?
The mailman.
Postman?
The Postman, man, that fucking movie. Oh, sorry. I was just,
All right.
Yeah, but they burned down, the Union soldiers burned down Derceto, and all the slaves like kind of just go in to save Elijah and a bunch of weird stuff. But eventually it's,
There's something about a black goat in the forest.
yeah,
Made me think of the witch.
basically. And you do some more exploring, and then you find an underground cave underneath Derceto.
Get the fuck out. The cave that everyone's talking about.
Yeah, the cave that all the books
everyone's
referenced.
talking about.
I don't
The
remember how you
cave
get
that's been
there.
referenced in the game 6 fucking times so far?
No way. Is it there?
Yeah, it is there.
Oh.
Yeah, but not before you find 3 sacrificial daggers.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's what I saw. Guy picked up dagger after dagger. After
I just thought it was a
dagger.
part of a puzzle. But and you walk through the underground caves, avoiding worms and stuff.
Big ass worms.
Yeah,
Like fucking-
big ass worms.
Yeah. Like Beetlejuice type.
Big, ass worms.
Yeah, and you come across another book in the cave called The Memoirs of a Lost Soul, which is what I'm going to name my biography because it's so cool.
Ooh, that's good. What was mine from last week? Burping and farting or something like that? Yours is better than mine.
Damn.
I don't know. It's close.
It was something like that we said.
Yeah,
Oh, we're funny.
but this book is written by Ezekiel Pregst, a.k.a. Elijah Pickford.
Oh my
And he
God.
talks about how he's been alive for 300 years, which I guess is the treasure worth more than gold.
Yeah, infinite life.
Yeah, that's the point, right? To have infinite life.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason he...
Yeah, and I don't really write what he wrote down here, but I just put it. He's pretty full of himself.
Mm-hmm.
And that the Yankees from the north stopped him by burning down the thing, and now he needs a body to come back. And then I put very Vigo with Mortensen, not Mortensen, Vigo vibes, Vigo the Carpathian.
Yeah.
Is Vigo! That
Yeah,
one? Gotcha.
He needs a body.
which may have come out before the movie. I don't know.
That's 89. ain't
I
it?
did see that. I don't know where this note came from, but I have a quote directly from one of these books. It says, "You can call him Keith." I don't remember what that was in reference to, but I saw it in my notes and I laughed about it. So
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was in one of the books.
it's another one of those names. Like you can call him Scurvy Joe. No,
No.
call him Keith.
He goes by.
That's a bit, right?
But you go through the caves, and then you come across a tree with a dead person in it,
Oh,
which
shit.
is Ezekiel Pregst.
That's some Fallout 3 vibes.
Yeah, well, Fallout 3 had some Alone in the Dark vibes.
Not in my eyes.
Wait, what was the story of the tree guy? Because he was
It was
in all
Harold.
3 of them up to that point.
Yeah, he had a plant growing out of his head.
in like the
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah, and then it kind of got bigger in the second one, and in the third one it was too big, and he was in the town of Oasis.
Yep.
That's right. And then you could choose to kill him or let him live.
Yeah, they worshipped him, right?
Yeah, because
Because he was a tree dude.
it was a talking tree.
I'd
Jeez.
fucking
I mean,
worship it.
It was the Fallout times. There's a lot of people worshiping a lot of things in that game.
Yeah, you could worship a unexploded nuclear ordinance or a tree dude.
Yeah, good choices. But it's kind of a battle against them, and you win by throwing your lantern and burning the whole tree down.
Snap! There's an actual puzzle piece or bingo board spot here. The whole cave starts to collapse.
Oh yeah, so you have to escape before the whole thing
That's right.
collapses. And the front door's open now that Ezekiel's gone.
Boom.
Woo!
Yeah, you can get out now, or you can explore the mansion if you so feel like it.
Yeah, but I mean, there's
He
nothing.
could have got out a window. Just saying.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, they were stopped. That's where monsters came from.
And have Carby fuck up his best boots? Get out of here with that.
You're right. You're right.
Probably go right into a flower bed. Look like an asshole.
Busts the window, he's going to have to lose half of that $150.
How expensive do you think windows are in 1924?
$150.
At least minimum. For the good ones.
They were
Glass was new.
they were dickety 2 cents.
Glass was new. Glass was brand new. Flattened like that? Get out of here.
It wasn't even tempered.
Just a single pane of horse shit
Oh, man.
before glass.
It was probably those old windows that are thicker at the bottom because the glass was still wet when they made them.
Oh, Christ.
Those are probably worth money now.
Probably. But anyway, you get outside and you're like, hey, it's nice out. And then a taxi comes along and picks you up. And
Yeah, how'd that taxi know to get there right on time?
well, when you get in and turn around, there's a zombie in the taxi and the game's over.
mother.
Dude.
Fuck.
No one was asking why that zombie got there right on time. They're like, why is the driver a fucking zombie? No one was asking about his, I don't know, his studious timekeeping skills.
He didn't know when you're getting out.
But apparently he did.
I love how that's the problem you have with it, not the fact that he's a fucking zombie driving a car.
In this world, there's Cthulhu monsters and shit. And
Yeah.
people live forever as trees. And you're going to fucking tell me the zombie's the big problem.
And you're going to tell me that the taxi being
No.
on time?
Let's not even talk about the big worms.
And the griffin monsters, or whatever kind of fucking birds
Dog
those were,
birds.
that just turned into bubbles. I don't know. I feel like the game has more questions than answers.
Yeah. Fucking A, it does. So that's it. The zombie laughs
That's it?
at you and drives away.
Well, he's kind of laughing as he's driving, which is very dangerous.
I never laugh when I drive.
Not turn around.
He's a zombie.
10% of all fatal accidents involve drivers who were laughing.
And zombies.
Wow,
And zombies.
those are both true.
Drivers who are laughing are actually like 40%, but the zombie overlap's like 10% of that number. That's it. That's the game. We did it. We got through it.
Pretty simple, pretty quick.
It is pretty simple and pretty quick. Nailed it.
Let's then move into our favorite segment of every week, which is Final Thoughts. And we'll start with you, Sir Chump Slap.
Me?
Okay. That's the sound you're making. All right, we'll just go with it. Do you want to play the game now? Did the story furrow your brow?
Oh, it did.
What score you give this slough? Out of
Well.
27 stars.
It's slough.
That depends on where you're from.
Well, yeah.
Well, let's see. Do I want to play it now? No, not at all. This looked hard to play.
Well, that's saying it nicely. But it was 1992.
It's true. You got to give him
Yeah. Well, was there a remake?
something.
Probably. Yes, recently, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And some sequels.
Is it the same game? Remake?
No, it's set. I didn't look too much into it, but it's set in current times, and some of the characters are descendants of the previous trilogy. There was 1, 2, and 3 for DOS, and then the remake was in 2007 or something like
Yeah.
that.
No, I wouldn't play it though. This isn't my. I mean, I like survival horror as much as the next guy, but this is too old. Did the story work for me? Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, the way they told it was literally book after book after book. So, you know how Poppascotch says, show me, don't tell me.
Yep, I do say that. I say that a lot.
This was,
A book is a way to get around that.
I guess, it's show you and tell you.
Yeah.
Show and tell.
It is at least a little more fun than just having to read text
Yeah, at least they had somebody else read it for you.
for 1992. I mean, what do we want out of 1992? You know?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the reason that guy's there is to get a piano, play slots, and then all of a sudden you got to figure out puzzles. Who put those puzzles there?
Crazy rich assholes, just like Dr.
Yeah.
Scientist will be one day.
Okay, all right, well then, yeah, then I guess the story.
And you're
does
going to
work.
have to read books to go through my puzzles. So
I'll be dead before then. What did he do? He killed himself in the fucking entry.
yeah, he got to the foyer and gave up.
Door locked, shot himself right away.
I'm not dealing with
The
this.
story was, it didn't really do anything. It didn't go anywhere. There's no, I guess there's characters. Pretzt
Stuff you read about.
and the guy. But in all, 27 stars. I mean, seeing as how it was the first survival horror, and it did have a story, but you didn't really fight much except for dog, birds, and nightcrawler looking guys. I'm gonna have to give it. I'll give it a 5.
5? Okay. 5 out of 27.
5 out of 27 stars. Of course, it's out of 27. That's what I'm gonna give it, and I'm gonna shoot it over to you, Scotchy.
Ooh, but I don't remember what the questions were.
I know. I got some new ones. Let's try these.
Cool. What do you got?
Would you play this on DOS?
Okay.
Did the story give you a toss?
Yep.
What score did you give it, Haas?
What score in the Haas? Thank you, scientist.
That was extremely clear. That's my favorite part about it. So I remember hearing about Alone in the Dark. I knew it was a game. I knew it was like an early survival horror game, but I never saw a gameplay. I never looked into it. I had no idea what it was like. And I gotta say, for 1992, it's pretty impressive. But I mean, it's just, you can tell it's early and it's bare bones, and there's just not a whole lot going on.
Yeah, they did what they could with storytelling.
They did what they could. I like the idea of, they could have just done like the arcade or Nintendo thing that they did with Mario and Princess Peach, where just two characters just standing there looking at each other and they have like talk bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's kind of the technology they were on. They're like, no, we're doing like write-ups. We're putting in this fancy language. We're doing voiceovers with these books. You know, we're going to give people something.
Fancy language.
English.
Yeah, English.
They churched it up for the time period that the book was written. So they made an effort, you know?
Yeah, they sure did.
Props for the effort, but would I give this game a toss?
No, did the story give you a toss?
Yeah.
The story give me a toss. I'm so sorry. But to answer your first question, would I play it?
On
I don't
DOS.
think so. Because I saw on the internet the log plays were like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the speed
it's
run
not
was like 8.
If you know what you're doing, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess I also don't like the fact that with some of the older games, just the basic controls can get you killed very easily.
Like fighting.
And those are never... Yeah, like fighting. If the fighting's real bad, it's tough to survive stuff. It's, you know... So I wouldn't play it just because it's dated. Did the story give me a toss? I thought the story was fine. I liked the idea. I like how they set it up. I like the idea that you can be two different people with two very different motivations to get to this fucking piano. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because you unravel this backstory. Like, your backstory isn't what this game's about at all. But they didn't do much except for add a couple articles and you fought some weird bird things.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of came together with the caverns and the rituals and such, but that was never elaborated on too much. So story was there. It was a good attempt, but very early. Not a lot of horsepower to make it happen. So, what score would I give it? I mean, if we're going against the metric we've been setting for games since we started this, it's not going to be high. Just because it's short and there's like 2 things to it. Find the piano, find the shit, get to the cavern.
Pretty much 2 or 3 characters in the stories, too, and that's it.
Yeah, and like the other ones are far away characters that are discussed in books.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm going to be generous because of its long-standing horror history, and I'm going to give it a 7.
All right.
I think it's a little higher than I wanted to give it, but I mean, it was also interesting seeing this and be like, oh, that's Resident Evil. Resident Evil clearly drew upon this game to make their game.
That's so true.
Like a lot. I did read a review or watched a review on YouTube that they were talking about how the inventory system in this game, like, it had limits. Like, everything had a certain weight.
It was
and
weighted.
you could only carry so much.
It's like Dark Souls.
Yeah, they don't tell you what the weight of each item is, and they don't tell you how much you can carry. So
You're
I guess-
over-encumbered.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, fucking how? What am I supposed to... anyway. So there it is. I'm giving it a 7.
All right, that's fair.
Let's move on to the star of the hour, Dr. Syintist.
Mhm.
Would you like to play this game now? Did the story work for you, sir? What score would you give it out of 27 stars?
Thank you. I like
You're
your
welcome.
professionalism in your questions.
Straight and to the point.
Would I play it? No. Not a huge fan of survival horror games at all.
Has nothing to do with how old it is and how clunky it looked.
Well, I thought I only needed one reason not to play it.
You do.
Did the story work for me? I thought it was okay. About a pirate, immortal pirate ghost tree.
When you put it like that,
It sounds pretty
Sounds
badass.
a little silly. I don't know.
And I mean, it was from before the times before Pearl Jam was overrated. So this has got to...
wow.
I'll say it over.
He went
I'll say
there.
it every week if I have
Take
to.
that, Aaron.
That's some inside baseball.
But yeah, I thought it was... I mean, it wasn't... Well, I was going to say it wasn't ridiculous, but it's about demons and ghosts. But it was okay. It wasn't... for 1992, we're not going to do many games in 1992 with a story like this.
It's true.
Yeah, it's a good point.
But
it was fun, right? Like, it was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, seemed fun.
I didn't hate watching it, which is a lot of like the games you pick.
Ooh.
Most.
Yeah.
Most of the games I picked.
Where do I rate this in our history of doing survival horror
I don't
games?
even want to think about previous scores with this one. This
Well, I
one
mean,
stands out on its own.
Is it better than Haunting Ground and Fatal Frame?
No.
I think so.
At least not Fatal Frame.
Fatal Frame was kind of stupid.
Now I have to see what I gave that.
Is it better than Diablo? Probably.
Story. We're not talking anything about video game
Yeah, I
history
know.
here,
I'm
folks.
talking about the stories.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. I remember all those stories.
All right. I gave Fatal Frame a higher score.
Got to keep your integrity. I'm gonna give it an extra points for being old. Well, I guess I'll say I'll take away less points for being old.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
But I do like the story. I mean, it's nothing complicated. It seems like a movie Chump Slap over there would watch.
Fuck yeah, I would.
Yeah, sure does.
I also am going to give it 7 stars, rated on equivalent to Fatal Frame.
Okay. 19.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Yep, 19 out of
81.
81 star. I knew that.
Of course
I knew
you
that.
did.
All right, so I mean, I think we've said quite a bit about this game. There's not a whole lot to it. There's
No.
nothing really.
No.
Probably spent more time rating it than telling the story.
Yeah, well, people love the game. It's been top 100 of all
Yeah.
time and all that jazz.
And compared to other games in 92, I'm not sure it would have been that bad.
No.
I mean, for the time, I mean, it's.
What else was I playing in 92?
Oh,
Doom?
dude, Streets of Rage 2, Mortal Kombat,
What's Doom in 90?
Wolfenstein 3D,
I doubt
Night
it.
Trap came out in 1992.
Night Trap? We should do that one. That was a good
Streets of Rage?
2.
one. 2.
Mortal Kombat 1?
Batman Returns for the NES. Remember that game?
Damn.
I remember.
Oh, that was a great game.
No, I think you're thinking about the
Oh,
Sega
I'm
game.
thinking of the Sega one. Yeah.
Because the Sega game
But
was
yeah,
great.
so I think they were pretty far ahead of the competition.
All right.
Narratively speaking, I'll say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, then that's going to take us to our favorite segment of every week. Which
Wait, you didn't tell us where it ranks in the other ones.
Too bad.
All right, yeah, sorry, do it again. I didn't mean to.
No.
Oh, no, you fucked him up, man.
I'll just take it back a sec. So 19 gives us one more point than Dino Crisis, which was 18.
Wow.
3 more than Thief the Dark Project at 16.
Which is basically the same story.
And exactly the same score at number 19 we gave Haunting Ground.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'd say the next game above that we did this year, I guess I'll say, is Clock Tower at 24.
Yeah, that was 5 better than this.
Yeah. Survival horror seeking.
We are nothing if we're not consistent.
That's a very good point. So we got nothing else to say. Let's move on to video game. Wait.
No, you got to keep that in.
So if we got nothing else to say, let's go move on to our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Syintist Classic Wrestling Finisher Lock of the Week.
I got nothing.
Was that an intro?
That was a fucking...
Every week we ask Dr. Syintist for a 100% guaranteed wrestling finisher pick of the week. Usually, right before that, we give him some sound effects, but I guess we didn't feel like that this week.
I got nothing. Sorry, guys.
Dr. Syintist, what do you got for us?
Well, we got a wrestling move from one of the iconic World Wrestling Federation, World Wrestling Entertainment champions of all time. CM Punk's finisher, the GTS, or AKA Go to Sleep.
The Go to Sleep. I'm going to assume this is some kind of sleeper hold.
But you'd be wrong.
Ah, see, I was going
you
to say
got
the
me.
same thing.
Fell right into your trap. Fell right in.
No, he picks him up in like a fireman's carry, if you know what that is.
When he injects heroin in their ass.
You're supposed to let me finish it.
That's where, if I may ask, Dr. Syintist, is that where you pick up someone as if they were on their back? They're on their back lying on the ground. You pick them up and throw them over your shoulder.
With their belly on your shoulder.
Well, they could be standing, but yeah, their belly on your shoulders.
Okay.
Fair, they could be standing, yes. But the hold is holding them up with their belly on your shoulder.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
But then from there, he like lifts him up and pulls him over his head and then knees him in the face as the guy falls to the ground.
So he like throws him over his head.
Yeah.
And while he's falling to the ground, knees him in the face.
Yep.
This sounds like I have to see this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that pretty much describes the whole thing.
I want to see
You
it.
could pull this off in a street fight.
There's
Easier.
going to be some links in this video, right?
What is the one that starts similar to this, but you drop them on their back, on your knee?
That was the one I did a while ago, and I can't think of the name right now.
I thought we talked about it.
Yeah, but
And it was a very famous one, like the backbreaker or some shit.
something like that.
We look like we don't know anything about wrestling right now.
I know. You better cut this.
This is embarrassing.
Just go back and listen to all our episodes and find it.
Yeah, you tell us what it was. Tough guy.
Yeah, you fucking asshole. What do you think you are? First one that hits us up on Twitter with the answer to that gets another fucking signed pack of Big League Chew.
Oh, damn straight. Still got grape and strawberry.
Yeah, we know what we're talking about. We want to see if you do.
Exactly. Anyway, what was that? The GTS?
Yeah.
Yeah, there will definitely be a compilation of that.
Oh, there's like a video of like 18 minutes of him doing it.
Nice.
Fucking perfect. We're going to link right to that in the YouTube video for this episode. Because you can watch us on YouTube, like and subscribe there. It really helps us out.
Oh, yeah.
But that'll take us to our next favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slaps. Would you rather? Every week, we ask for some. We ask for Chump Slap.
We got slump chap.
We don't ask. That is not the first time I was going to say slump chap.
That's
Definitely
fine,
not.
Man.
We ask
Kinda like it.
Chump Slap a would you rather question, and he has to answer and explain himself. So, Sir Chump Slap,
Yes, sir.
would you rather eat only insects for the rest of your life and live as long as you are now, or
2 more
eat
years.
normal, like live at for every second you eat insects, you do not age,
Ew.
or eat normally and have constant diarrhea?
What was that
Eat
again?
insects and don't age while you're eating them, or ever.
As long as you keep your insect diet.
I think that's
Once you stray off it, the clock starts again.
Okay, so he eats insects and lives forever, or eats whatever he wants and has diarrhea all the time?
Exactly.
Man, I have diarrhea all the time anyway.
Would I lose weight either way?
Not if you eat
I
too
don't
many
know.
insects.
That's true. If you
I
eat
know,
too
but
many,
there's
it's a lot
You
only
of
only
protein.
lose weight when you burn more calories than you consume.
Shut the
Chump Slap.
fuck up. I say as I drink a beer. There's only a couple insects I think I could eat without being disgusted. Can I mush them up into like a paste and put them on? No,
Yeah,
I
that would
can't
be
put 'em
not
on bread.
unless you made bug bread.
Some kind of insect-based bread.
I mean, it would probably taste exactly like rye bread.
I can't use anything else, just insects.
Just insects.
huh?
But the diarrhea, bro.
I know. Is it uncontrollable?
How tasty do you think cicadas are?
People eat them.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one at all this year. Fucking 17-year cicada, my ass.
Oh, fuck you
Told you
guys
they
so
came
much.
out. They came out a couple years ago here. You don't remember?
There's so many different 17-year cicadas,
Yeah.
but could I mix it? No, I guess not. That's why it's. Would you rather?
Yeah. Would you rather? Can I pick both?
I mean, there's so many insects out there. There's got to be some that taste good, right?
yeah. I mean, there's got to be.
I'll do insects, but can I use butter and fucking garlic and shit?
Well, of course.
I suppose so. Yeah, you know what? Yes, absolutely. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I'll do the insects.
So, I mean,
then.
it's just going to taste like whatever condiments you make it then.
I know. Yeah, like mustard. What are you eating? Mustard grasshoppers. Same thing I had yesterday.
Fucking Sweet Baby Ray's
Yeah.
roaches. It's gonna be dope.
Dude, you could eat Sweet Baby Ray's anything.
I don't know.
That's a good point.
I think it's like eating a vegetable, right? It's supposed to be healthy for you. To eat an insect.
Well, as long as you don't eat poisonous ones, I guess.
Don't tell
So
me.
you'd
what
rather
to do.
eat insects than have diarrhea. I understand that.
Well, yeah.
But you'd live forever. You
Yeah,
you're
you
forgetting
said
a
I
whole
could,
caveat.
I could
here.
live.
And then if he ever wants to die, he
You
just
said I
stop-
could live.
If he ever wants to die, he can just stop eating insects.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's all an elaborate ruse to see how long you can go eating insects.
just don't eat stink bugs, man. That'd be terrible.
Oh, imagine your breath.
I can't smell them. I don't know what.
Imagine your farts.
Ugh. Imagine the diarrhea.
I won't get it.
He didn't say you'd never get diarrhea.
Oh,
He
whoa.
said you wouldn't age.
Whoa. We'll bring it back. No, all right.
All right, are we done with this riff?
Yeah, we're done here.
Anyway, so speaking of diarrhea, let's say someone had a lot of tips to avoid eating a bunch of insects while also avoiding diarrhea. Where could they send that email to, Sir Chump Slap?
Send that to plottytime@gmail.com, and I will personally read and respond to each and every one of you.
And what if they had questions that they needed answered right now, real fast on social media about eating insects and if they would get diarrhea, which you shouldn't be asking us. Where would they do that, Dr. Scientist?
At Plottytime on Instagram and Twitter, and at Real US Patriot 476 on Getter.
Back together, okay. And then you can also, like I said, go on YouTube, like and subscribe there. It really helps us out. And you can buy shit at our store, plottytime.com. If you Google it, they're going to ask you if you meant Plotly time. You did not. You meant Plotly.
Really? It doesn't say potty time instead?
No, Plotly time.
Motherfuckers, get off our dick.
Yeah, I
No,
believe it's
right,
a
it's-
competing podcast. Stop giving them free
Algorithms
air.
are bullshit. Anyway, that does it for us. We're done. Like, you know,
Yeah,
get
you
out
know
there,
what to do.
play some games. Don't trust Dr. Scientist. We'll talk to you next time.
Peace.